Welcome back to Wheeling with Wally. I've got a quick Gladiator install video for you today. I'm going to install this overhead MOLLE panel, and it's getting kind of late, so I'm going to kind of brush through this one pretty quick. This was just a quick, cheap Amazon buy. This is an Ireno brand. I think it was about 120 bucks on Amazon. It's perfectly fine. It's got a good coat on it, shipped well, and it seems solid enough. It'll serve my purpose up top. So once you get this thing out of the box, this kind of front bracket here has a little sticker on it. It tells you that this was just put on here for protection during shipping so it wouldn't bend these small tabs. So step one is to take these 4 bolts out, and then you take this bracket off. So once you get those 4 bolts out, you can pop this off. I don't think we're going to be using this again. That was just for protection. And I will say, if you guys can see, this side is bent, even though it had that on there, where this side is perfectly flat. Not a big deal. I'll just bend that back a little bit, and it'll bolt right up. So you can see I bent that back. It's mostly flat now. Not perfect, but no big deal. That was very easy to bend, so maybe not the best metal, but again, cheap Amazon buy. The next thing you're going to want to do is pop off your freedom panels, which I have already done, and then it'll give you access to a couple brackets on the front and back. So with the freedom panels off, you have access to these 2 clips where the freedom panel quick connects and kind of holds down. We're going to just kind of pull this plastic down and out of the way. Kind of straight down unclips it, so I'm going to try and do this gently. I've never done it before, but it shouldn't be a big deal. There we go. Okay, so you have a clip here and here. Looks like maybe 2 in the middle, but I'm not even sure we need access to those. And then you got 1 and 2 over here as well. You do not need to take this all the way off, you're just lowering it a little bit. And honestly, I think that's more than enough, because now you have access to these 4 bolts to pop these off. Take these out, I'm just using a T20. It is a little loose in there, so I'm not sure if this is the exact size, but these are put in there pretty loose, so they're not hard to get out. All of those broke loose extremely easy, almost no torque. So I'm going to take those off. Now I've got those front 2 mounts off. I'm going to flip the camera around so you're facing the rear of the Jeep, and we're going to do the same thing back here. So now we're facing the rear of the Jeep. Same as with the front of the Jeep, we need to get this plastic out of the way so we can access the bolts that hold these on. So you have 1, 2, 3 screws. T20 fits them. You have to take these out real fast. So now with those 3 screws out, you just pull this down. So now with this pulled down out of the way, you have access to these 4 bolts. That is a T40, and I'm going to go ahead and take those out. One thing to note that I just realized, these are marked for left and right. They have a little L or an R down here underneath, so when you're putting those back, pay attention to that. So now you're going to take your MOLLE panel. This will be the rear. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to set the rear in here first. Then I'm going to drop in the front, slide it forward a little bit, and just let it rest. On the front, the plastic clips you took off, they will install on the outside of the MOLLE panel using the factory hardware, but in the rear, the plastic mounts will mount behind the MOLLE panel the same way you took them off, again with factory hardware. So personally, I'm going to start with the rear because it'll probably be a little trickier. Like I said, this mounts straight up against the roll cage, and then the MOLLE panel will mount on the front of this. And I'm going to go ahead and get all 4 of the bolts for the rear started, and then I'm going to come up to the front and get those started, and then I'll tighten everything down and straighten it up as I tighten it down. And again, remember, these are left-right specific, so put the left on the driver's side, right on the passenger side. Once you get those back brackets in there, everything does get pretty snug up here, so you're gonna have to kind of finagle it around to make it fit. So that's all four of the rear ones started. We can move on to the front now. One thing to note too is you'll probably have to do some adjustment with these plastic pieces where the Freedom top panels rest on it. It'll probably take a little bit of moving around and a couple tries to get everything to line up and hold down tight again. These front plastic pieces are also left-right specific. So that's the front tightened down now. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up the back, and then I'll set the panels back on top, make sure everything lines up. Once I get these lined up, then I'll go ahead and clip the plastic back on, and in the rear, I'll put those 3 screws back on the plastic to hold it up. I went ahead and put my Freedom panels up here, and it seems like it worked pretty well the first time. It's a pinch loose back here, but honestly, the ones I didn't touch is kind of loose, and I haven't taken these off enough to remember just how tight they were before. But, I mean, that's pretty decent back here. I know it's a little dark, sorry. I mean, it's not bad. So I think it's pretty close to how it was before, so I didn't have to do any adjustment. I guess I got it right the first time. And this is kind of what the panel looks like in here with nothing on it. So real quick, I'm gonna pop the tops back off, put the screws in for the back plastic, and then this I can just push back up into place when I have 2 hands. All in all, pretty easy install so far. Okay, so it took me about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes to get all the plastic clipped and screwed back in. Just be really careful when you're pushing those back up in there. You kind of got to bend the plastic to get the clips to line up. Just use a flashlight, take a peek in there, make sure everything's lined up before you give it that final bump to lock it in. I managed to do that without breaking anything, so I'm pretty happy about that. And if I add anything to the MOLLE panel before I put this video out, I'll be sure to kind of put that in the video too, show you guys how I'm utilizing it. Right now, I'm thinking either I'm going to put a first aid kit up there, like a small one, or I'm going to put possibly my extra camera bag or something, just keep batteries and camera equipment in for when I'm going on trips. So I'll give you a quick look at the MOLLE panel, but before I do, I just want to say if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, drop me a comment down below, like the video if you can, all that stuff helps out. I have a decked toolbox coming, so I'm going to be installing that soon, and I'll make a video on it. And then I've got these JCR MOLLE panels for the doors over here as well. So I'm going to install those soon too. So I'll have cool Gladiator content coming up. I'm actually going to take this out in a couple weeks to Colorado, do mostly just a regular vacation, but a few light trails and stuff to kind of get my beak wet on the Gladiator. I've not off-roaded it yet, so I'm still babying it. It's only like 8 months old for me, 6 months old. You have plenty of room to still turn the Freedom panel handles up here to take it off. It's a little tighter back here in the rear, but you still can do it, no problem. All in all, I don't think it takes any room up. It doesn't impede what I'm doing in any way, and it adds more potential storage if I need it. If I don't need it, it'll just sit up there empty. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick install video, and I will see you on the next one.